It's not the first time a deadly crash has happened in an intersection in Montgomery County. Hear about this morning's fatal wreck coming up.
Police are investigating a string of vehicle break-ins in Richmond. The belief is that the thieves are targeting gyms.
A massive manhunt for 2 convicted killers is entering its 5th day. We'll have the latest coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5.
Good afternoon. We're learning more about a crash in central Kentucky that killed a woman and injured 2 other people.
It happened this morning on the bypass in Mount Sterling. The Montgomery County Sheriff says a woman died after driving through the intersection at Spencer Pike and hit another car carrying a woman and a child. WKYT's Jordan Valines is tracking the investigation into the crash in our top story at 5.
You can see the potential dangers of the intersection right away. Just look at the flashing caution lights and stop signs. But on Wednesday morning, these safety measures didn't prevent a fatality. The sheriff says an elderly woman driving a silver car didn't stop at one of the 2 stop signs.
We even discussed, why, what caused her to do that. Did she have medical problems prior to her approaching the intersection? I don't know.
After reaching the intersection, he says the silver car was T-boned by the other, the impact sending it into an embankment and killing the driver. The young man and woman in the other car were not seriously injured.
We've had several accidents here. It's been reduced quite a bit because of the new school up ahead, Botts Park, and we lowered it to 45.
The sheriff says that this intersection is still dangerous despite the speed limit being lowered to 45. Right here on this corner, you can see a cross signifying a fatal wreck that happened in 2006.
Once we lowered it, the number of fatalities reduced and the number of accidents reduced. It's just that every now and then we get something like this happen. It's tragic.
The intersection now marked once more with tragedy. In Montgomery County, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
Well, the sheriff says the woman who died is from Jefferson in Montgomery County. The coroner has not released her name at this time.
A crime alert in Richmond where thieves are targeting people who go to the gym. Investigators say several cars were broken into yesterday while parked outside at least 3 gyms around the city. As WKYT's Sam Smith reports, workers at other gyms are now keeping an extra eye on the parking lot.
Vehicles parked in front of several businesses here in Richmond yesterday were broken into. The belief is that the thieves targeted cars parked at gyms all over town. Witnesses say the thieves walked around the parking lot looking for valuable items inside. They say the thieves would then break the window to steal the items. When going to the gym, people tend to leave their wallets, purses, or any other valuables in the car. Those types of items were stolen yesterday. Workers say 2 cars were broken into here at Excel Gymnastics. 1 car was broken into at Richmond Athletic Club, and a car was broken into at Get Fit. Now that's just a few of the businesses that dealt with thefts to no fault of their own. Folks that work at other gyms that haven't had vehicle break-ins will keep an eye out for thieves.
Right, well, it's something that I know people work hard for. I know I work hard for my things, and it'll make you mad.
Police ask if you saw anything suspicious at any of those businesses yesterday. You're asked to give them a call. In Richmond, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Police say witnesses gave them suspect and vehicle descriptions.
The prosecution has rested in the case against a Lexington man accused of sexually assaulting a co-worker. The trial against Clyde Sexton began yesterday. He's charged with sexual abuse and tampering with evidence. Lexington police say Sexton took advantage of Melissa Klein Smiley after she passed out at a strip club on Winchester Road in 2013. She died a few days later.
Well, the heat and humidity are returning to the Bluegrass, and it looks like it'll be even hotter tomorrow. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is in the First Alert Weather Center with an early look at the forecast. Chris?
Yeah, we're calling it a seasonal heat spell across central and eastern Kentucky in the coming days. 90 this time of year certainly has happened many times before, and I think we're going to crack 90 tomorrow for the first time this year into much of central and eastern Kentucky. Where are we now and how close to 90? A little look outside showing a beautiful blue sky across most areas with temperatures that are into the upper 80s into Bluegrass country. 88 Frankfort, Lexington at 87, up to 88 into the Richmond area. Most of eastern Kentucky, though, only mid-80s. Warmer into Covington than we are into Corbin. Into the Whitley City area, Somerset at only 84 degrees. So we're kind of flipping the script a little bit, where the north is a little warmer than the south. Live First Alert Defender, not a whole lot to write home about as of now. Not expecting a whole lot out there this evening, though one or two little renegade showers and storms may try to pop into parts of southeastern Kentucky. Toasty temperatures to start out the evening, 7 o'clock. Plenty of sunshine, though, will give way to a slow drop into the mid-70s through 11 o'clock this evening as we hang on to the fair skies. The humidity factor really begins to come into play over the next couple of days. The dog days of summer come a little early to central and eastern Kentucky. We'll show you what we mean by that as we track a heat ridge and show you how some thunderstorms may try to knock the heat down just a little bit. That's in a few minutes.
Chris, thank you. Part of the Bluegrass Parkway was shut down for several hours today after a crash involving a FedEx truck. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Nelson County. The accident happened near the Kentucky 733 overpass. The eastbound lane was closed starting at mile marker 12. Police say the driver had to be cut out of the truck, but he wasn't injured. The cause of the crash remains under investigation. In Warren County, a murder investigation is underway after a woman was shot and killed inside her home. Kentucky State Police say 59-year-old Gary Thompson shot and killed 37-year-old Sheila Nash inside her Bowling Green home yesterday. When troopers found Thompson early this morning, he pointed a gun at them. Troopers then fired 2 shots at Thompson. He was not hit. Police say Thompson then shot himself. He was taken to a Nashville hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. After he is released, he'll be charged with murder. And in Clay County, a woman is charged with driving under the influence with 2 children in the car. Kentucky State Police arrested 30-year-old Crystal Rourke early this morning. According to her arrest citation, she was passed out behind the wheel of her vehicle at the intersection of Rocky Branch Road and South Highway 421 with a flat tire. 2 children were in the vehicle with Rourke, a 12-year-old and a 2-month-old. She's been charged with DUI, 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a minor, and resisting arrest.
Police are retracing their steps in upstate New York 5 days after 2 killers escaped from a maximum security prison. Hannah Daniels has the latest from Dannemora, New York.
With high-powered rifles ready, officers took no chances searching door to door in the small town of Dannemora for 2 escaped killers.
They're going to find them.
Did police come to your house?
Yep, a couple times, just to search the back shed.
It's been 5 days since David Sweat and Richard Matt literally cut their way out of the Clinton Correctional Facility.
They're probably long gone. Searching around the same spot every day, to me, feels kind of pointless.
Investigators believe the fugitives had help getting the power tools used in the breakout. They have questioned about 150 civilian employees at the prison, including Joyce Mitchell, who worked in the prison tailor shop with the 2 men. CBS News has learned Mitchell is supposed to pick up the inmates after they escaped but never showed up. Instead, sources say she ended up at the hospital suffering from a panic attack. Many people in this area own seasonal homes. Investigators are asking them to inspect their property very carefully on arrival, looking for any sign of trespassers. Hannah Daniels, CBS News, Dannemora, New York.
Today, the New York State Police announced more than 50 digital billboards in New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Pennsylvania feature photos and information about the 2 escaped inmates.
President Obama announced he is deploying up to 450 U.S. military personnel to Iraq to help in the fight against ISIS. They will train, advise, and help Iraqi troops and Sunni tribes. The U.S. is also sending weapons to Sunni and Shia tribes as well as Kurdish fighters operating under Iraqi command. The White House hopes a new Sunni uprising similar to one that took place in 2013 will happen, but this time aimed at ISIS fighters. There are currently just over 3,000 American servicemen and women in Iraq. An accident investigators have released new reports about last month's Amtrak train derailment in Philadelphia, showing that the engineer was not using his cell phone in the moments before that crash. The TSA report shows phone records do not show any calls, text, or data usage during the time the engineer, Brandon Boston, was operating the train. It also shows he did not access the train's Wi-Fi. Meanwhile, lawmakers have to approve funding for video cameras inside locomotive cabs to record train engineers at work.
The secret to getting a good night's sleep may be all about changing your attitude and behavior. Still to come, we'll take a look at what researchers have found in Better Living.
Coming up at 5:30, it's labeled one of the healthiest weekends in Lexington, how one cancer survivor is joining the team to help promote healthy living by raising money for cancer care.